Hey guys, it's Camus and welcome to Chess Beauty 74. At the end of Chess Beauty 73, we left you with this position. This is a study by M.B. Newman from 1913, and the stipulation is white to play and win. So have a look at it before we go on. Okay, I'm assuming you've had a chance to try and figure it out. There's only one winning move for white in this position. You can see there's rough material equality. Basically, I suppose that white has sacrificed a queen for 3 minor pieces and 2 pawns. If you're counting points, black actually has a point extra. But his king is in rather a tight spot, and you would imagine that there's some sort of mating net that could be woven. Well, if you imagine it was woven by a knight check, you're out of luck. After knight c5, the king slithers away, king a5, knight to b3 check, king to b6, knight to d5 check, king to b7, king to b2, queen takes h5, knight to a5, king b8, king c3, queen to d1, and there's just simply no way to box up the king adequately, and this wins for black. Similarly, we can try knight to c3 check, but again, the king weasels his way out of the difficulties. King to a5, knight c to d5, queen takes a5, king to a2, and Ribcage says this is an easy win for black. Not sure how easy it is, but I believe it's a win for black. So, in the initial position, the only winning move is the rather startling bishop to b5 check. And this sacrifices the bishop. And what's unusual here is that the piece can be taken by any of the 3 black pieces. So, for instance, knight takes b5 is met by knight to c5 check. And if the king goes to a5, then knight to c4 is checkmate. So after knight to c5 check, you must play king takes a3. Knight to c2 is checkmate. He can play king takes b5. But this is met by knight to d6 check, king to c5. We win the queen, and the pawn cannot be stopped. There's only one other variation here. If the king goes to a5, then we take the queen and win as we saw before. So in this position, it looks like we have to take with the queen. Queen takes b5, and now knight to c3 check, forking king and queen. And he can play king to a5, I suppose, but this leads to knight to b5. Well, if he takes back with the knight, and knight to c4 check, h6, knight to d4, h7, king to b5, and the pawn is just going to queen with an easy win. So instead of king to a5, after knight to c3 check, king takes a3, and now comes knight to b5 check, knight to b5, h6. There's also a win by knight to f5, but h6 is clear enough. Knight to d6, and now a very clever move again to finish the game off. Knight to c4 check, and of course knight takes c4 allows h7, and an easy win for white. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. This is, as I said, by M.B. Newman from 1913. And unfortunately, I could find nothing on Mr. Newman. It's possible there were several other composers, 2 or 3 other composers named Newman with a different spelling, and that somehow the spelling has been a point of confusion. I'm not sure. The only record I have of this man is the 2 positions that he contributed to Irving Chernev's Chessboard Magic. So, and this is one of them. It's a nice problem, but the mystery of who he is will remain for the time being. Okay, let's take a look at our next position, and this is white to play and win. So have a go at it, and we'll see you on the next Chess Beauty. Thank you for watching.